Show y'all out we're here in the shop today what we're out here doing. I want to get the Mustang ready for a test and tune. Hopefully we can try to get to one. The Street Outlaws are coming to my local track, so I don't know if they're going to have it shut down this coming week for them to test and tune. But if not, I'm going to try to get there and at least try to see what the difference is in the converter and everything where we're sitting with the car, so we'll go from there. But I want to change the oil and go over everything, make sure my header bolts, just check everything out before we get ready to run. Check the rear end dope, make sure all the bell housing, all the bolts are torqued down, they're still tight, especially the header bolts. They have a tendency to come loose, so I want to make sure those are tight. And basically just check the car over, get everything ready and to go, and I'm going to get it out here and wash it, get it cleaned up. The temperature gauge I wanted to move as well. When I'm strapped in, the temperature gauge is all the way to the right, to the passenger side. I shouldn't have put it there. I got the temperature gauge, or the trans temp, the closest to me, and I don't like that. I can't see it when I'm strapped in. I can't lean over and see the temperature of the car when you're driving. So I want to move that around and little odds and ends, and pretty much just get everything cleaned up and make sure the car's race ready before we go. Let me show you where I'm at. Alright, that's the oil we're going with Lucas Racing Oil. It's got the high zinc volume in it. It was not too bad. I got mine off of Amazon. I got here in a couple of days, so it's like $69 for that 5 quarts, so it's not bad. Like I said, it's got a high zinc additive. I'm not sponsored by these people by any means. I didn't get anything knocked off for showing y'all this. This is just what I'm using. So I like Lucas. I use a lot of their products. So, but watch it don't catch the Le Mans. So I'll show y'all what I'm talking about in here on the gauges though. This is the water, oil, trans temp. What I want to do, I want the oil to stay in the center, but I want the trans temp and water switch. So I want water over here and trans over here. So then that way, because when you're strapped in, I cannot see this. It won't let me lean over to look at it. So it needs to be changed before we go, and because it should be different. I need to put my piece back up. A few odds and ends I need to finish up, but the cars should be totally different, because before, last time we was at the track, we didn't have a roll cage in it, so the cars is going to be stiffer. And I changed stall converters. Oh golly. And my hinges are bad on this side for some reason. It is drooping, so that is something we'll have to address as well. Not just go around, but I got to fix that. I can't keep doing that. But anywho, alright, I need to get busy. Like I said, I'm going to start off, I'm going to change all the oil and make sure all the bolts are tight, and then come back. Yeah, the Le Mans, I'll let the battery tend off on it and kill the battery. I'll let it run out of gas. And then now I can't get gas back up to it, so I'm going to have to get some back out and prime the carburetor for I can get the fire back up. Anywho, okay, let me get busy on this thing. I don't know if it's a super little trick or not, but I like filling mine up. That's what my dad taught me to do. So fill up my oil filter before I put it on. I don't know if it's a tip or not. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. Wet your gasket right there. Alright, well, cool beans. See, the oil itself don't have nothing in it. Yeah, no shiny, but the filter looks like crap. But the filter's supposed to catch all that crap, right?
Some of them will, some of them won't.
See, watch the block. See the shiny?
Maybe you graphite. That's why I wouldn't be putting that kind of shit in my motors.
Yeah, I need it. I need to.
That's your graphite.
With a zinc. I got zinc in mine. Not graphite. I'm not putting metal in. I'm putting a zinc additive, but.
I would just use plain old oil and change it right
I am changing it regular. I'm just changing it with expensive oil. Anyways, that looks good. I like that. This is alright. I don't like what's coming out of the filter though. But you want to keep that oil, yeah?
Yeah.
That's the bottom of it. Yeah, there's no metal in it. It's just what the filter's doing its job. Because there's nothing in the oil. Huh? Man, it's got shiny.
Shiny. Because it's on the cement block too. It makes the brick shiny. You'd have to put it on a piece of something, paper or something. Get one of your shop rags and pour it through it.
I don't know if y'all be able to see on here, but I've checked everything under here. All my bolts are still good. The bell housing bolts are still tight. Everything looks good. Only thing I'm worried about is the back. It's wet right there on the spider gears. We'll have to look at that. Alright, let me get back busy. Alright, I got everything under there checked. The torque converter bolts, the bell housing, starter. Then changed the oil in it, so that's done. Well, y'all seen the oil. That's all I can think of under there, other than the rear end, because the spider gear's in the front of it. So when I'm gonna pull it out, and then I'll turn it around, and then get it jacked up in the back and see. I need to check the fluid, and we're gonna have to address that. I mean, I don't think it's gonna hurt anything for a test and tune session, but it's leaking, so it's gonna have to be addressed. It might seal up, which it hasn't. I haven't had it out in 2 weeks, so it's not like a puddle up underneath it or nothing right there. It's just wet, so it's not that bad of a leak. So still, it's got to be addressed. Anyways, okay, we're back to where my rambling. I need to check the headers. Get all of them checked, everything up here, top off the fluids, make sure the antifreeze is, because I run 50-50, half and half. I need a little bit in it. Make sure the catch can should be empty. I need a bigger catch can here. Yeah, there's one down in there, so yeah, this is pretty much as simple right here, going over everything. And then once I get this checked, I might get it out tomorrow, and then it'll be a tomorrow look at, because I still need to do this, and I need to move that gauge. So I'll get all that done today, and then tomorrow we'll check the rear end. And I got a bunch of crap in the back of the Mustang. Some got exhaust in there, new pipes, new mufflers, which we're not going to use those. I was going to use them on this car, but anyways, that's a whole nother thing. I got some Black Widow neighbor haters, but I'm going to use them on something else. Anywho, all right, let me get back busy. I'm just rambling. See if y'all can see what I'm talking about. I need to, everything is spot on. Air to fuel ratio perfect, right in the green. Let's see what the temperature is. If it's strapped in like this right here, you cannot see this one. I might take these. I don't think I need the little covers. If those were gone, I'd be able to see it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove these here. The little, I'm still going to put the water here, because the trans temp can be, I'm not really worried about it as much as I am the oil pressure. We're sitting right at 60 pounds. So. Alright, cool beans. Let me get all of this here started now. Because we got everything on the motor checked. Everything up here. A few of the header bolts was loose. The back ones on both sides and the middle ones, for some reason, on this one here on both sides, on this side, both sides, and that one over there in the back were loose, and this one in the front was loose on this side. But other than that, we are spot on. I did a little wiping down, trying to get all the dust off the engine, cleaning up trying to get everything nice and pristine. All right, cool beans, let me get back started. There we go. I took the little eyebrows off all of them. Turn this light off here. There we go. I think they're easier to see, even setting like this. Now we have water, oil pressure, trans temp, and it looks like I need to straighten that up just a hair. Yep, okay. So cool beans, man. Alright, well, cool beans. Alright, let me get all this wrapped up. Alright, I come in here. I've been looking at this thing while I've been at Harbor Freight. I had to go get some clips, but I've been wanting one of these for the front of our trailer to keep all of our stuff in. If I was like, hell with it. I deserve one. I got one. So, anywho, we got us a little box for the front of our trailer. We get this thing out, let's see how it looks like.
Waterproof?
Yep, see the seals right there? Just got to bolt it down. Find a little piece of rubber, put on it, I guess, before we bolt it down, that way it don't squeak. Pretty nice. It's got a nice little smudgy hinge, that way we won't cut our fingers up. But that should hold all the straps and everything in there, and the tools we stack in there. So that way when we hook up to it, everything will be into that. And it's a few chains. I bet the come-alongs will fit in there too. Yep. Cool beans.
Made a little more heavier duty than I thought.
Well, they had the other one wasn't as style as this one. I went for this one had a better handle and shit like that, and it was thicker. I want, you know, this one was the better one of the two. Alright, that's a little bit, it's not, I don't know if you can tell that, it's got some oil on it. This is going to have to be addressed. I don't know if it's, once it gets hot, will it seal up? That's what Daddy thinks, because you can see it's not slinging oil. If you can see up there, it is not wet up through there, so it's not slinging oil anywhere around the car up top, so it's not like pouring oil or nothing. It's a drip when it sits here. So when it gets hot, it could seal up. I mean, I need to put some rear end fluid in it, and so that's not that big a deal. But we're going to have to fix it. I don't like the drips. And like I said, I don't think it'll stop us from going to pull a test and tune with it. I'll just keep a check on the rear end dope in it and make sure it doesn't get any worse. Dad's probably right. Once it gets hot, it might seal off. And I don't want to put no sealing in it. It's not that hard of a job to fix that, but I have never done it. That crush bearing in there, you know, too tight, too loose, you get a wind. I just don't want to mess up my rear end. So I'm not going to be able to get to that today to do that. All my stuff is checked though. I got to go get rear end fluid. I don't have none. But I'm probably not going to do that today. I'll throw these up. It's getting long. Put my stop back in. But I got to bolt my box down today. Yay! And we're going to get it bolted down, and then I'll get fluid on my way home tomorrow and put in this. And then when I get it loaded up, if we're able to go racing, and I can keep a better check on it then, because it's easier to work on this thing while it's on the trailer. But anyway, all right, cool beans. I got to go in there. Today's my wife's birthday, so I'm out here underneath the car. It's not a good thing. All right, well, cool beans. Let me put this stop in and get my thing bolted down. All right, we got our new box bolted down. I did not know it was supposed to rain. I was going to get the car out and get it washed and cleaned up. I like my little box. I was going to fill it up too, but it's raining pretty. But the Mustang is as ready as I can make it. I got to pick up some rear end dope. Monday I get it on my way home from work tomorrow. So I've did everything I think I could do, but we will have to fix the crush bearing, but I will do it over in Daddy's shop where it's easier. And then yeah, it's a little boring video. I know it wasn't a whole lot, but
I do hope y'all enjoy, and I'll holler at y'all taters later.